if I go to this and say I will inspect this page now. So you have already seen that structure is like starting with a table and it's uh, closed with the table tag. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then inside table we have T body. Okay. And we have all the TR tags inside that particular T body. Okay. Now
Yeah.
here, if I want to say count the number of elements, suppose if I'm going for the country only.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have to count the number of rows. TR means rows,
Yeah.
TR means table rows.
Hmm.
Okay, and TD you can go for the columns.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now first of all, we will go with the TR. How many TRs are there? So we know that TR is inside T body. So we
Yeah.
will take a X path of this, copy X path, full X path, anything. Okay, here. Now say TR equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath, and this XPath we have just copied. Okay, so um, yeah, so we will go with the T body because we are getting the T body tag. Now
Hmm.
inside this T body we have TR.
Yeah.
Okay, now I say TR equal to, now I will find in T body dot find elements by dot tag name, and I know the tag name is tr. This will give me the number of rows. I can
Yeah.
say print, say length tr. Okay,
Hmm.
it will give them. Now first of all, what will do, I will go with the for loop for I in range. Now here range starts with the 1 because I'm going for the x path, so I will take 1. But if you see over here, uh, uh, this, yeah, this here, I don't need the first row.
Yeah.
It's a column name. Basically, I will start with the second.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 comma length of tr. Okay,
Yeah.
now for say I will name my as country name. Okay, now driver dot find element by dot xpath, and xpath that we will discuss or we will see. Now here I will inspect this. Now TD. Now I will go with the TD thing because Afghanistan, or you can say country name, is inside the TD tag. So whatever the text is inside the TD, it will just pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now copy, say XPath, full XPath. Okay. Now here, first of all, we will discuss this XPath. Now here again, I will pick the XPath of suppose this country, inspected, TD, copy, full XPath. Okay, and I will just paste it. Now I will look over here now. This TR is changing.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I'll copy here and here TR. I say plus plus str I. Okay, and in the end, I just say print country name dot text. Okay, let's run this. Look there. Okay, now it prints all the country names. Okay,
Yeah.
now I can do one thing. maybe now I know that if I look over here, now this is TD. Now TD third will give me, this is TD2. TD third will give me capital, TD4 will give me currency, TD5 will give me primary language. I can do the, say, this thing. Okay. Now I can go with the capital name, and instead of TD2, I just write TD3. Okay. Then capital name, and I think so currency, say currency, and instead of TD4, and say currency name. Okay. And similarly, let's just run this first. If I say Afghanistan, Kabul, Afghani, Afghanistan, Kabul, Afghani. Okay, now I can do with the TD5 as well. Okay, but this is the hard coding thing. Now suppose in the future, what happens? This row can have one column extra.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, but this row has not any column extra. So how will I get that? Okay, how many columns are there? Okay, so this is the hard coding thing. I'm hard coding it. Okay, but this is not a good thing. Right now,
Okay.
I know that there are only four columns, but maybe in the future, say this, maybe this row has a extra column with some name like population, that how many people are there. Okay,
Yeah.
it can be anything. Okay, so how should I know that how many columns for the particular row? Okay, now what will I do? Uh, say I name it as TD. Okay, now I say uh, driver dot find elements by uh, just a minute. Say, yeah, here I will take one tr1 equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath stri. Okay, and tr1 dot find elements is giving some error. Okay, okay, and dot find element by dot right dot tag name, and the tag name is td. Okay, now what I'm doing here, suppose if it is not there, I will uh, commenting it. Okay, now what I'm doing, this is the first row because it will gonna change. Now
Yeah.
if you see, this is, say this is my first row, or I have started with second, so second row. Now it will look that how many td tags are there for particular, for each row. It will look for the, you can say how many td are there. Okay, now I can go with say 4, say y in range. Okay, range should be, now I know that I don't need this first column. So I will start it with the second 2, comma, length of tr1, sorry, uh, td. Okay. It should be +1. Okay, and now I say ele driver dot find element by dot XPath. Now XPath here, here, copy. Okay, now instead of this td2, I will write y. Okay, and when it comes outside this, say print, uh, print. Now if I run this, so okay, I have to print this as well. Print ele dot text. Okay, now again run it. Okay, now you see that it has print all the things like Afghanistan, Kabul, Afghani, and the language.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have not hard coded anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I think so. Print ln. Uh, mm, yeah. Okay, so now this you can see that I have not hard coded anything. Okay, so it will look, suppose in the future, if this row has 5 columns, then it should print that as well. Okay, and it will not give you any error because you are not hard coding anything. Okay, so this way you can get this value like this. So you, it is for loop inside the for loop. Okay, any question?
No.
Okay, so you should have the logic in your mind, and the first thing in your mind that you should not hard code anything.
Yeah.
This is the only one when you going for this thing that you don't want to hard code anything, then your problem should be less.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. Now the next thing, this is your Paytm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's make a new Python file and say Paytm, and here, here, copy, paste, and copy, paste, and paste. Now we have to click on the sign in button. So say relative XPath, say find element XPath. The XPath is dot click. Okay. Then after that, okay, now inspect. Now here, okay. Now copy XPath driver dot switch to uh, sorry, dot uh,
Mm.
frame by dot XPath, sorry, driver dot find element by dot XPath, and the XPath is this. Okay, okay. Now if you closely look here, this is the main iframe, and inside it there is one more iframe. So
Yeah.
you have to switch to this iframe as well. Okay, now again say copy XPath, say driver dot switch to dot frame, say by dot driver dot find element by dot XPath, and XPath we have just copied. Okay, now after this, suppose if I want to inspect this, copy XPath, say ele equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath, and the XPath we have just copied, and say print ele dot text. Okay, now let's run this. Line number 38. Okay, time dot sleep of 2 seconds, then again time dot sleep of 2 seconds. Okay, Run it again. Okay, now you see steps to scan
Yeah.
QR code. So you have to look. I think so. You have look only for the one iframe, and you are
Yeah.
getting, yeah. So this is iframe inside the iframe. That's why I have given you this type of exercise.
Yeah.
You should
And
always look.
yeah.
Okay, this is nested iframe. We have studied about a nested thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so always look for the thing that what is there in the body. Now, even when I look iframe, I just look above. Okay, this is an HTML. Okay, then another iframe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the rest of the data, with point 1 to 3, it's UL and then there's li tags under it.
Yeah, you can go suppose here. So just find this UL tag. Okay,
Mm,
then count the number of li tags. You have the for
mm,
loop as well. Then you can go for
yeah.
the full XPath and change the value according to you.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a simple thing. You have to just switch to first iframe, then second.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now just a minute. Then I'm not going for that thing. Okay. Look. Just wait a minute. I will look that we have how many exercises are there. Um, okay. Now the thing is that we have count the number of elements. Now how to click that? Now checkbox is a simple thing. I'm not going into that thing because it's just a click thing. You have to click on checkbox, so I'm not. You just go for the simple exercise for the checkbox, like here I think so. um, go go .com slash html 9.html. Okay, so yeah, this is a checkbox. Okay, so you can click on it. Okay, unclick on it. You can count the number of checkboxes and then click on it. So I'm not going into this exercises. You have to do this by your own because we have already do the click thing. So these are the simple thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now a minute. Uh, okay, we have gone with that. No such element. Okay. Mm, okay. Now, okay. So let's take one more exercise, and now it's the yatra.com. First of all, what will I do? A new Python file. Say yatra. Okay. This will be our last exercise for the today, and I will give you the exercise regarding this.
Okay.
Okay. So now here, copy, paste, and say paste. Okay, yatra. Okay, and now first of all, this thing. Okay, copy driver dot find element dot xpath. Xpath is this dot. Okay, before that, uh, uh, okay. After that, click now. When I click on this now, there is a now I want to select this date. Suppose in I want to give a date, say about uh, maybe say 15 April 2026. Now, first of all, what I have to do, I have to click on this. Okay, now, for this, I will just copy the XPath of this relative XPath or say driver dot find element by dot XPath and the XPath we have just copied. Okay. Okay. Or whatever I do, I will go with the full XPath. Okay. And dot. Okay. Okay. Now, if I run this, now it is clicking.
Yeah.
Now, what should I do so that I can select that date? What is your opinion?
Like we need to select 22nd January.
I have to select 15 April.
We should click on the arrow.
Yes, but how you know that April is forwarded it? Maybe sometime what happens, like today is I think so. Suppose today is January 1. Suppose and
Yeah.
no, say maybe today is 30 December, and you are seeing the calendar of January, the start on the starting page. Now you are seeing like this page. No, now you have to click on the back arrow. Now suppose if your default date is February 2026, now you want to book the flight for January. So what you have to do, you have to click the back arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so how should you know that you have to click back arrow or front arrow?
You have
How?
to first, so we studied date time functions.
Yes,
So we have to use that for the current date.
yes, we have to
Uh,
compare the date
yeah.
with the today's date.
Yeah.
Or uh, now, suppose if I want to select April, now I know that April is forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today's date, first I have to compare. Now, what will I do? I will make a function. What type of function that I will pass my string date. Like I want to select 15 April 2026. Okay, now how that 15 April 2026 will be look like? uh, say okay, now I will make a function def select date and say I'm passing here my date. Okay. Now this date is in the string format.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I will go with my current date. That what is my current date? It should be date time dot date time dot now. Uh, okay. Now a I print current date. Okay. So if I call this here, say select date and say now 15 say April. It should be January, February, March, April 04. Now 2026. This should be the date I am sending.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's first of all let's say mm, okay, I just run this. Okay. Now you see this is my current date. Okay. Now I will name date to be selected. This is the date that I want to select. Okay. Now I will convert this the passing date time dot strp time date 1. Okay, and the format in which I am passing it should be like percentage d slash percentage m. Okay, now and say percentage y. So now I'm sending 1504.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say first of all I just print date to be selected. Okay. Now if I run this, okay. Now you see it is giving me in this format. So I have converted it into your time, date, date time. You can say this string
Yeah.
has been converted to date time because I cannot compare two strings. You remember this point I have told you in the previous class or in the I think some 2, 3 class when we are studying about the date time thing that we can compare two dates, but I cannot compare two strings. If there is a string value, I cannot compare it. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay. So I cannot compare string value, but I can compare 15 March 2026 with 15 April 2026 if the both the things are in date time format.
Yeah.
So some which some date is less than the other date. But when there are the string in the string format, I cannot compare it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you look over here, when I click it over here, Now you can see the two things: January, month, and year. Okay. Now what will I do? From my passing date, I will bring out my month and year.
Yeah.
Okay. Say, first of all, let it be here. Now, if I inspect it here, this thing, copy, and say, here, copy XPath. Okay. Now, say month, year, display. Say driver dot find element by dot XPath. Here, here. Okay. And say here, you will print month, year, display dot text. Okay. Now, okay. Now, say month to be selected. Okay. Now, I have to pick out the month. Say date to be selected dot strf time, and say if I remember, say percentage b, say print month to be selected. Let's run this first. Okay, it is giving me small. uh I think so percentage b will be there. Now I'm getting this
Yeah.
apple as full. Now
Yeah.
I have to get year to be selected. Okay. Now date to be selected dot strf time, and say percentage. Now year is in step y. Okay. Say print year to be selected. Okay. Now say okay, year to be selected. Okay. Now the combination of this month, year to be selected. Okay. Now if you see, this is the displaying. Okay, and I
Yeah.
want month to be selected plus
Year to be
plus
selected.
year to be selected. Now I have given space because there is a space between these two. Okay.
Okay.
Now I just say print. Okay. Now copy paste. Okay. If I run it again. Okay. Now if I come back here, now you see this is I want to select it and this is the displaying thing. Okay. Now I will go with my while loop. Now while always run on true condition. Okay. While true. Okay. Now I say if month year to be selected equal to month year display dot text. If these two dates are equal, then here I'm just here printing the say uh, found and select the date. Okay, and I will break the loop. Okay, else what it will do here, it will check whether my selected date,
Yeah.
that is the any date, it is less than today's date or greater than today's date. Getting?
Yeah.
Okay, now so now say date to be selected. Where is my date to be selected here? Okay, this is current date. Okay, now say if date to be selected is greater than current date. Okay, if it is current date, written current date, then mm, driver dot find element say by dot XPath and say XPath. Now I have to click if it is greater than current date. So I should click on this icon.
Arrow. Yeah.
Okay, I will inspect it and say, okay, this is the span or this is the button. Okay, let's do with this thing. Copy XPath. Okay, now here, 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 and then dot click. I just okay, but if it is, or you can say go with the elif anything, let's say date times to be selected is less than current date. Okay, the same thing, copy, but it should be the back arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, say copy, XPath, okay, and say here, and okay. Now,
Yeah.
now suppose when I on the first line when it says it is date to be selected. Now date to be selected is April and today is January. So it is greater than the current date. So what it will do, it will, this is my starting thing. Now the select, the date to be selected is greater than the current date. So it will, what it will do, it will click on this. Now again it will check over here that February 2026, because when it just click on this, it will again come back to this while loop. Again it says month year to be selected.
Yeah.
Month year is to be selected, that we have this one. But now month year display dot text, this thing, it's being changed. Why? Getting my point? Now it is changed. The display date month is changed.
Yeah.
So I have to initialize it again. The thing is that Python will automatically do this, but I recommended that you should initialize it again. That month here display thing, this one. Okay. When it comes out to the else part here, you should do this thing again. Okay. Now let's run this and see that it is running or not. Okay. Mm, it is not running and it will give me error. Okay. No such element. Element has zero size. Okay. So we have to look for the inspect button. Okay. Copy export uh, and should be this. Okay. Now let's run this again. Now you see it has stopped on April 2026.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I look over here, now it says found and selected and it will break the loop. But before that, I have to select the date. Okay. Now suppose if the 15th is the date, here say April 15. Okay. Now if I copy relative XPath, a driver dot find element by dot XPath, the XPath is this. Okay. Dot click. Now you should remove this. Okay. Now let's run this again and see that it is giving me April 15 or not. Run. Now it is selecting 15 April. Now this is my hard coded date. Okay. Now what I have my April with me, 2026 with me. Okay. My date, I can even find the date from here. Say month here, display month to be selected, date to be selected. Okay. Then I can go with the say here. Okay. Now I say uh, day uh, to be selected. Okay. Say date to be selected dot strf time percentage d. Okay, and
Mhm.
say print day to be selected. Okay. Now, if I run this again and see that it is giving me 15 or not, it will give me 15. Okay. Now, uh, now, uh, day. Okay. Mm, Now I have to get the this thing. Let me say. Okay. Mm, Now,
Very complicated.
yeah, it's a complicated thing. That's why, because calendar is the thing. Now you see that it is now when you do this type of thing, always comment this one because you have
Mm.
the original thing. And after
Yeah.
that, what things I have now? I have my April 2026. Okay, now instead of April, the month to be selected here. Okay, now instead of 2000 select 26, what I can do here? Okay, and instead of 15, what will I do? Date to be selected or day to be selected. It should be okay. I name it say date in digit and say here. Okay, now if I run this, say run, you see it select the 15 April. Now
Yeah.
I have not hard coding anything. Even even for now, if I change the date to 16, say here. Now it is not selecting. I know why it is not selecting because here Wednesday. Now say we will look for this as well. Now say here I will do it with Thursday. Okay, now if I run this, now you see 16
Yeah.
April 2026. I'm not getting this day right now, but my code is in the dynamic form. Whatever the I will pass my date, it will pick that date only. Okay. Now, even I have to look for this thing on Google, say, uh, get date from, I think so. I have to this get week, day, name. from date in Selenium Python. Uh, it should be str of time percentage a. Say the integer after say day of week to be selected. Okay, date to be selected dot str of time percentage a. Okay, and I say copy paste here. Okay, now if it is okay, then instead of this here, say let's pass 17 and run it. See, it has selected the 17th, and if
Yeah.
you see Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, now the problem. If you closely look at this th thing, now why it is because it is 17th. Now when it is say 21st, then it will give me problem. Okay,
Yeah.
so the homework for you first, just do this. After that, build a method, okay, that can provide you th st, okay, rd like third, 23rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you should have the method. I know it will be difficult for you. Just if you don't get it, don't do it. Okay, and the second thing is that you have to go to goibibo.com. Okay, and you have to do the same thing like here. Click on it. Okay, here just go to anything like whatever the date thing you have, and you can go with the makemytrip.com as well, any
Okay.
of the website. Okay, let me see that if I say okay. Okay, now again the same thing. Okay, or any another website. Sky scanner. Okay. Okay, go for the Make My Trip or Go IVO, any of the
Okay.
website. Okay, and
Okay.
do this thing. Then we will look for that method as well. That how we can go with the th and st. It's a simple method. You will just pass the date, and it will give you that okay th rd sd according to that.
Okay.
Okay, so this thing now the logic should be clear in your mind. Okay, what is the logic that I have to compare this thing? Now, if you see that in any of in this website, now say this is my starting thing. If I just click on this now, I'm not saying that I will say, okay, now you see the April is over here. No, I'm not comparing April over here. I'm comparing April over here. That when this April comes over here, because I'm taking the X path of this thing, not this
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
then I will stop. Otherwise, I will look for that element in this you can say in the in here you can say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
do the exercise, and I think so, Tanu, you have seen changes in you, that okay, you have doing the exercise, you are more confident than the
Yeah.
first or fifth class.
Yes.
Okay, you have seen changes
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm able to code confidently and yeah, basically for the web table itself, like I was able to see that I was able to find the logic
Yes.
rather than just focusing on the problem. So yeah, I'm also seeing changes.
Okay, so now do this exercise, because calendar exercise is a good exercise. Okay,
Yeah.
again I'm saying, don't take the help of chat GPT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, try to do it by your own. Okay, try to do it by, if you're stuck somewhere, do it from the start.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, okay, then
All
we will
right.
meet tomorrow, same time.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay, bye then.